Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's video, we take a look at the secrets found within Dark Deception Chapter 3, Crazy Carnevil, including a reading and analysis of the 2 secret notes and a quick look at some interesting new additions to the stage introduced in the latest patch, which seem to have fixed most of the bugs players were encountering. Previously, this brand new secret area was inaccessible in the Funhouse stage due to a glitch, but now we can access the memory room and find out about the backstory to our character. Have you seen the previous video where we checked out the memory room and secret notes found within the Stranger Sewers stage? If not, there will be a link at the end of this video. Let us begin with a quick look at changes made during the latest patch. These are mostly visual changes. Currently you are watching gameplay from the original Funhouse stage. It looked a little bare and barren. Now check out its new and improved appearance. We now have more glow-in-the-dark graffiti on the walls, including a "Who's Laughing Now" message, which I'd guess is a little nod to fellow horror game series Bendy and the Ink Machine. It's a neat little Easter egg for fans of that game, although of course it may just be a reference to the story of Dark Deception. Also, there are now giant fairground plushies and cutouts of each type of enemy from the game. They look kind of cute and goofy, a far cry from the terrifying designs they are based on. These plushies now adorn the halls of the Funhouse and watch over us as we frantically race to escape. Finally, there is a new gameplay element added to this stage too. While braving the roller coaster tracks that skirt the outer perimeter of the stage, a rogue carriage can sometimes be encountered, and if we aren't quick enough to teleport away, it will run us down. This adds a new element of fear to navigating what was once a safe haven during the stage. With the updates touched on, let's move to the second portion of this video with a guide to finding all of the secrets and of course a look at those mysterious notes. The first secret file can be discovered upon entering the big top tent near the beginning of the Crazy Carnevil stage. You'll see a pair of ladders leading up to the trapeze. Take the ladder on the left and after a long climb you'll find the first of 4 secrets within this stage. Next, upon travelling to the first escape room, take a right after reaching the bottom of this slide and you'll see a portal in the distance. Navigate to this portal. You can see its position here on the mini-map. Simply enter the portal and you'll see the second file at the back of this room. It's also a safe area from enemies if you need to catch your breath. The third file is found after escaping the big top area and entering this rotating room just before travelling to the Funhouse. In this room you'll need to avoid clowns as they appear from panels in the wall. One such panel opens to reveal a secret. It closes very quickly, so use Primal Fear to freeze the enemy guarding it and then move inside the panel and back out before it snaps shut. These 3 secrets unlock new art and audio files in the gallery section. For the final secret and those notes we need to track down the memory room. This is located in the Funhouse along the roller coaster track just behind the area we spawn into. You'll know when you find it as there is a room which appears on the mini-map as you can see here. Click on this panel to reveal a secret entrance. In this room we find the final file as well as 2 messages on the wall and the secret notes. The messages read, "You can't change what you are," and "Time's up." These of course will tie into the story of Dark Deception, but to understand them we need to take a look at the 2 secret notes and analyse them. The first of these seems to be a diary entry written by our character. "I see them more often now, more clearly and more often than before. They dominate my dreams now in a way that never happened previously. Sometimes when I am out doing my walk I feel them watching me, and I almost convince myself that I see them. Their faces, hidden in the crowd of people. For a moment I find myself wishing so much for it to be true. I doubt they'd be as happy to see me though." I spent another Friday night with a group. It went about as well as it usually does. They are good people, all of them, but I don't think they will ever be able to help me. Faith and the power of the Holy Spirit have a profound impact on some, but for me, they are just words that ring hollow. I've taken the pills to forget. I've prayed to forget. I've gone to group meetings and therapy. I've done countless amounts of charity and community work, but it never feels like enough. I still feel so empty. Maybe I'm just wasting my time, or maybe I'm slowly going mad. I just wish there was a way to see them one more time. I'm not a terribly religious man, but if there is an afterlife, I know what's waiting for me when my time is up. I accept it, and I deserve it. Just give me one last chance to right my biggest wrong before I go. I'm not sure that's even possible, but I'd pay any price to find out. The diary reveals that our character regrets parting ways with his family. We know his wife and daughter almost certainly died in a car accident, one he may have caused himself after wanting to rid himself of them. However, as we know from previous notes, his wife and child were both mentally unstable. It seems to me as though this man simply abandoned them, and following this they decided to end it all by driving into a lake. Now they haunt his dreams and he lives in remorse. Following the accident and the loss of his family, this troubled man seemed to join a religious group, most likely a Christian one from the wording here in his diary. He couldn't fully embrace faith though, and decided to devote his life to charitable causes in an attempt to find redemption for his troubled soul. However, this didn't seem to work either, and he then turned to medication to try and numb his guilt. The diary ends with the man accepting he is destined for an eternity in hell, but hoping there is still a way to right his past wrongs before he goes there. The story of dark deception now makes perfect sense, and it seems our previous theory about this being some kind of purgatory before entering the afterlife was indeed correct. While nothing is confirmed of course, it seems as though Bias recruited this tormented soul with a promise he could be returned to his family before they died and before he went down a dark path in the wake of their passing. A wish she would be able to grant him if he obtained her Malik's dark powers by repairing the ring altar.
The pieces to a powerful ring are hidden in nightmares behind each of these portals. Find them and bring them to me, and you'll get your wish.
Of course, whether Bias keeps to her word is an entirely different matter. With the first analysis complete, let us now read the second note. This time it seems to be an extract from a local newspaper, and be warned, its contents may surprise you. Doug Hauser turned himself into police in New York City this morning to face sexual misconduct charges before being released on $100,000 cash bail. The disgraced defense attorney was carrying an 8000X and a newspaper as he got out of a luxury black SUV and walked past the swarm of TV cameras and reporters and through the door of the New York Police Department's 1st Precinct in Manhattan this morning. He was subsequently arrested, processed, and charged with a criminal sex act, sex abuse, and sexual misconduct for alleged incidents involving 5 separate women, police said. I thought I was so smart, so untouchable, but I was an easy target for them. It was my own fault, a result of my own ego and desire, just a fool playing the big shot. They loved what they could take from me, but they never loved me, not like you both did. This chilling report gives us a great deal of information about the character we are playing as. His name is Doug Hauser. He worked as a defense attorney and lived in or around Manhattan, New York. The story in this newspaper seems to take place after Doug left his family and they passed away. In previous diary entries, Doug talked about finding a younger woman and starting over. However, it appears he never found anyone who loved him as much as the wife and child he abandoned. Women appeared to use him for his money and perhaps turned an already unpleasant and vain man into someone who actively punished women. Although these incidents were alleged, and from the man's own remarks at the end of the article, it seems he may actually have been set up by a number of women who saw him as an easy target to take his wealth and power. Either way, Doug isn't a particularly nice person and seems to have gotten his comeuppance. He now finds himself in his worst nightmares, trying to repair the damage he has done, save his family, and redeem his soul. We'll have to wait and see if he can succeed as the story of dark deception continues. And that's it for today's video. Please remember to give it a like if you did enjoy watching, and maybe drop a comment too, as well as subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you never miss an upload. This channel specializes in variety horror content, including creepypasta readings, horror gaming facts and theories, and general interest pop culture horror videos. So if you're interested in all things spooky, you'll find something to enjoy here at SuperHorrorBro. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.